Can I have some water?
No. And we're live.
You are now listening to Radio Rufus.
Yes, you edgy egotists. Welcome back to another egalitarian episode of Radio Rufus. That's right. Instead of subjugating my workers beneath me, today I am paying them their fair share so they can taste what it's like at the top for one sweet moment before I send them crumbling straight back down the pyramid of society.
You just denied me a glass of water in the cold open.
Yeah, sorry? Would you like to be compensated?
Well, I already got one in between.
Right, you're not getting any more. That's it. That's the end of human rights on this show. After the water's gone, you'll see how bad it's really get.
It all got a bit woke for a minute there.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I absolutely detest the working class. After the water goes, the air is next.
Right. Okay.
I'm just gonna cut this off.
Slowly choke me out.
Yeah, then slowly you'll be like one of those hamsters that they use to test whether oxygen is poisonous. Do you know about this?
They explode after a while.
I don't know. I think we're watching different stuff.
That might be more of a pressure thing.
Oh, I think you're thinking of that experiment where they shove a stick of dynamite up a hamster's ass, right? Yeah. No. So to prove that oxygen is poisonous, which it
I was
is.
about to say pointless.
Poisonous.
Yeah. They
stuck a hamster in a jar of 100% oxygen, and guess what? It died because hamsters breathe air. Felt like you didn't need to do that. Kind of rough deal for the hamster there.
Yeah.
But whatever. I hate hamsters anyway. They're just desert rats.
I agree.
They're rats. They're just rats of a different kind. Anyway, my irrational hatred of hamsters aside, we're back with another episode of everybody's favourite radio program. We bring you the latest and greatest in news, sports, games. Sometimes we even do the weather when there's been a horrific accident that's taken millions of innocent civilian lives.
And we always do it way too soon after.
Yes, and then we joke about them giving clean water to Pakistani people who got caught up in a flood. Why would you need to give water to people who are in a flood? They've got way too much of that already. But never mind that. We've got a guest to welcome. This time it's the impressionist impresario. Sorry, hold up. One man didn't say his very special line in the intro. We almost forgot that. If we let that pass, it might be the end.
Yeah.
The mob would be after us. Say hello to the people, Aidan.
Hello.
Thank you. Now, let me welcome the impressionist impresario, the man of a million faces, the northerner from Oxford, the voice of Wimbledon. It's Josh Berry.
Good to have you, Josh.
Very much. The northerner from Oxford, I like that.
Right. I have to say, Josh, you don't know this, but you are here upon request from my mum.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm a real hit with mums.
You're my mum's
favourite
favourite
sexual thing, or is it just she likes the
I don't
content?
think so.
Okay.
You didn't ask her that much, did you?
I don't...
Or maybe on a
know.
subconscious level it might be.
I'm not, I wasn't Sigmund Freuding my mum at the family barbecue. I wasn't getting into it. But yeah, my mum genuinely
Love that.
rang me up and said, I think you should get Josh Berry on. I think
Great.
he'd be a great guest. But my mum is also convinced that you're actually related to Mary Berry.
Yes.
So
yes.
I think she's living in sort of a delusional alternate world of reality in which that might be true.
Yes, that is a lie. I've spread that lie, and also that Simon Farnaby is my dad. Do you know him? He was the Horrible Histories actor. He's got sort of puffy eyes.
That's such a
Stupid
rude-
Deaths.
Yeah, Stupid Deaths, exactly.
Oh, what a classic.
And it's so believable that I would be a Nepo baby, and I'm not. But yeah, so a lot of people
I would put a tenner on you being a Nepo baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. It's all the prejudice and none of the fucking advantage.
It's a weird thing to be a Nepo baby of, though. Like, if baking,
Yeah.
isn't it? Because what advantages does like whipping up a cracking Victoria sponge really give you?
I don't know. The royal box at Wimbledon occasionally. You might get your own. I mean, you could probably. I don't know how it works. You must know Nepo babies. Do you know?
Yeah,
I've
but
had a lot of them
I
on the
think
podcast.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I think having Mary Berry as your grandma sort of it gets you in the door as like catering manager at an accounting company maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't see how it really helps you that much. It's like if your dad was a grave digger.
Yes. Yeah, I do know what you mean, but surely they all hang out.
You would get an easier start at a cafe or something if you needed a part-time job.
Yeah, but she'd know a producer or some shit, and then she'd be like, get him on, not on the week anymore, but, get him on 8 out of 10 Cats, and then it'd start.
Or like the Celebrity Bake Off. That's where you get
Yeah,
your start.
or celebrity fucking... Because you do a show with your grandma and you go on a road trip. And all
That's
that
true,
shit, you
yeah.
know?
I think they should do celebrity border control.
That would be unreal.
What, like famous mums and sons doing the border control, or it's not who's
I think they have to be the police, the celebrities.
Okay, yeah.
And they have to stop heroin smugglers.
I think the people going on rants on Twitter about them coming through illegally should be the people that have to stand on the front lines and turn them away.
I played American football for 4 weeks. I trained with the team. It was a bad sign because I actually injured myself on the way to the first training.
Yes,
which was a bad omen. I gave up that sport very quickly because it's a stupid sport it was played by idiots. And it's the people who weren't good at the real sports that people play. So they're like, I'm going to change up my image. When you were at uni, did you do something to sort of shake it up a bit?
I played tennis. For me, that feels not very far above like disc golf or Quidditch in terms of like big losing my virginity and freshers week energy.
I didn't do that, but it was close.
Yeah.
Was Quidditch a thing at either of your schools? I know it is over here, but
I used to see fucking losers playing it in the park. I was like,
Here's
what
the
are you
thing.
doing?
That's Aidan thinks that we actually went to Hogwarts. That's why he asked that.
Right.
Because,
Well,
which is funny because they asked to film it at my school,
yeah.
and my school said no because they were so religious in the 90s.
Really?
They said we can't have your witchcraft around here. Genuinely, they were worried that they were going to put a curse on the school or something.
Really?
Yeah.
But they did. Yeah, they filmed it at parts of Oxford, so it was kind of
more or less Hogwarts.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
The sport we played was rugby, but we didn't have a rugby ball, so we just used like a water bottle, and whoever had the water bottle just got fucking nailed from all angles.
Man, that's so shit.
Yeah, that wasn't like organised by the school. That was just during break time.
You don't say.
We had footballs and whatnot whenever it was actual like PE time, but
Did you have nets in the goals?
our football pitch for the majority of school, we had tennis courts that was like tarmac, and we just played into the
Well, that's
fences
quite
with blazers.
fancy.
He's so working class, he doesn't know the phrase hardcourt. the old tarmac tennis court there.
What the fuck's
Hard. It's not
whenever
tarmac.
you said hardcore, I thought you were on about like the adjective.
No.
No,
not-
it's like a type of
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a type
surf-
of
it's a
thing. Yeah,
playing
yeah.
surf.
Nah, fucking the tennis courts that didn't have any tennis nets in them.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you just had a square of
Yeah.
concrete, really.
Just use it to
Were
play like bulldog and
We
stuff.
just play football in it.
Really?
Right,
Was
yeah.
people just having meaty hits on that?
Yeah, and then they
Wow.
spent like a lot of money on a 3G football pitch that nobody was ever allowed in. So we just had to fucking get grazed. Fucking
When they first put
Oh, the
in
other half live, eh?
the
Terrible.
I remember when 3G came out,
Yeah.
and suddenly it was all the rage in every school, wasn't it? And
What is that? 3G? What?
like AstroTurf.
it's AstroTurf.
Oh, okay. I'm
think
thinking
it's
of
the
the
technical
internet connectivity thing. No,
So,
that's
yeah.
AstroTurf, okay.
Because I feel like they both came about at a similar time in my school.
Yeah, they were
3G
the
Wi-Fi,
same
yeah.
company, I think.
Okay.
It worked on both projects. It's a
Yeah.
big company. Josh is back on tour, of course.
Yes.
In
thank
September.
You thank you for getting that out. Very important.
We'll get it out the way.
yeah,
Don't worry
get it out
about
of the
Josh.
way.
Then
Don't
we'll,
worry,
then we'll
don't
get on
leave
to
it
the
till
banter.
end. Yeah, fantastic.
With his show Best Man,
Yeah.
which I looked at the poster. It promises some absolute comedic heat, like Stag Do's and Stag Don'ts, which
Yes.
is a lovely bit of wordplay, and of course tips to revolutionise the romantic life of your own mum,
Yes.
which
yes.
you've already alluded to with my mum.
I'm very interested in mums and their sexual.
I think my
predilections,
mum
so-
is off the table.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
I'm just punting out. I mean, I haven't asked.
Is she happily married or?
She is.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
people do crazy
People
shit.
change,
Yeah.
There might be a few seeds of discontentment there.
People go through phases. I used to wipe standing up.
What do you do now?
I
Just do it in the bowl
no,
and sit down.
I'm a
Are you a
hybrid.
stand-up wiper?
I would say I'm a 45 degreeer.
You're sort of
I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you were on the team.
Welcome to the club.
I'm more of a hybrid man. I would say it averages at 45 degrees, 90 to 0 and rapidly back to 90.
Yeah. I don't know how that would work for you because we've also established not only is this the sweatiest podcast, it's also the least flexible podcast on the airwaves. Rufus can't touch his toes and he's 20.
Really?
No,
Really?
I broke the record for least flexible. So when we had physicals in grade 8.
Right.
Which is a bit weird, a bit Jimmy Savile now that I think about it.
It's
But
very weird.
basically, it's how fast can you run, how high can you jump,
Yeah.
how flexible are you?
Yeah.
Don't know.
So strange. You're at school. You're not
So there
fucking
anything
joint
else you
national.
have to strip down? Calipers?
No. And you would need a pair of calipers to measure that at that age. I think. But no, I broke the record for least flexible
Really?
person. So if you can touch your toes exactly, that's a score of 0.
Right, okay.
Positive scores are beyond
Yeah.
toe touch, and then
Yeah.
negative scores are behind. I was so far back, the ruler didn't go anymore. So I was more than 30 centimeters off my toes the wrong way,
Wow.
and that was a new school record. They hadn't had anyone who couldn't be measured before.
Can I see it now?
Yeah,
What does
sure.
it look like?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll touch my toes.
Or like how far can you get?
I'll really try.
Because you're quite tall, so you've got a decent amount to go down.
Thank you for saying that. I get accused of looking taller on TikTok.
Is that right? People say I look really short on. Go on, go ahead. So I'll stop bragging.
I'm not Tom Daly. Right.
Is that it?
Yeah,
Really?
so I can do my knees.
You couldn't go any further than
No,
that.
I really can't.
If I put pressure
Wow.
on
It won't go anywhere. I don't bend that way.
You've got an axe wielding murderer.
Christ,
Really?
I don't have any-
No, you're really shaking actually.
giving
in
you
there.
at all.
Wow.
So-
Also,
There we go.
your collar's up, your blazer collar.
Thanks.
That's oh, I thought that was intentional. Sort of like the bad boy image of the podcast.
Bit rogue. Yeah. Let's go off script, chuck something out.
Yeah.
But anyway, we want to just play a quick game now.
Yes, let's do it.
Related to your show.
Yes.
You said Stag Do's and Stag Don't.
Yeah.
So I'm going to just quickly throw some activities out there, and you tell me whether you think it's a Stag Do or Stag Don't.
Okay, nice. But from what perspective? Because this is important.
From the perspective of having fun on a Stag Do.
Okay, but also wanting to sort of maintain. You don't want it to get in the Daily Mail. If it did get in the, is that the level? Is that the bar?
I think you've just got to work it out, to be
Okay,
honest. John.
all right.
I
I'll
think
work it out.
as a stand-up comedian, I sort of expect you to come up with something funny.
Well, I'm very no. The funny's not a problem, but I'm very unfun. So there's that's the distinction. But fine, throw some at me.
Okay, first Stag Do or Stag Don't. Go for a run.
It's a bit lame, isn't it?
If anyone brings a pair of trainers to a stag do, they're instantly getting kicked off.
That's a stag don't, I think.
Yeah.
The problem is,
don't.
I think, like with the sort of London dating scene as it is, I think I might end up marrying the sort of person who would go for a run on our honeymoon.
Really, what is it about that trait that draws you to them?
Well, they look after themselves. Which
Right,
I think they've
okay.
got a lot of. I think runners have a lot of other admirable qualities.
Yes.
They just need to shut it every now and again.
Yes,
But the lifestyle is healthy, it's good, it's social, it's whatever.
but you're not looking for a romantic partner on a stag do, presumably.
No.
Well, if it's not your stag do, maybe you are.
Yeah, maybe I.
You don't really want to be that prick that goes to the stag and just sits in the corner with someone after doing a 5K.
Yeah, but I sort of have visions of going to the Maldives, and then my wife
Your stag.
brings that on my honeymoon, and then
That's amazing. The bougiest fucking stag do. That'd be great.
that would be great. A honeymoon themed stag do. You get this, you get this
A dirty
sweet-
pint of ceviche and
Yeah.
fucking caviar. That'd be great.
But yeah, I just don't want the kind of woman who would bring creatine on our honeymoon.
Yeah.
Powder.
Can you imagine seeing her eating one of them fucking gel things?
That's something I'm against. People eating all
Really?
this powder.
Really?
Just eat some normal food.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I think.
I know it's got macros and
Yeah.
numbers attached to it, but it can't be better for you than real food, just random weird powder, right?
Well, Eddie Abu would certainly agree with you. I think
Yeah.
he's very.
But he'd also fucking throw you out of the house for eating a loaf of bread.
Yes, and insist you eat 12 eggs a day, which I mean, surely he's not got
That's
long.
too many eggs.
left.
Imagine that man's farts. Whose farts is worse, his or Big John's?
Wow.
Great question.
Because Big John, so when I had a Chinese with him, to be fair, it was me who had the digestion issues because I had a big chunder after attempting to out-eat him. And I had four big plates, and then there was nowhere for it to go, and I had a massive chunder, and I actually had to get in contact with his producing team to cut the video of me chundering out
Really?
out of what went out in the end.
Right.
Just because, you know, it's just...
Did they delete it in the end up?
They did. I mean, after they uploaded it, and then I said, what the fuck have you done? Take it out. So they went back on YouTube and edited it.
Yeah.
But surely that's fucking hilarious watching you, like... Was it gross or was it just funny?
It was pretty grim. I was in a kind of a bad way. Like, I was in quite a lot of pain, actually.
How digested was it? Because presumably it came up relatively quick.
Yeah, there were whole kung po prawns.
Chicken bowl.
Just an untouched chicken ball.
Big John's like, oh, don't mind if I do.
Yeah. Honestly, I reckon you could probably serve that up in another restaurant.
Yeah.
Or I reckon you could put it back in the box and get a refund.
Because I'm obsessed with content like that. I keep seeing that on fucking Instagram. Like people will down like 10 Monster Energies and then they're just vomiting up straight away pure Monster Energy again. Like you could drink that and it would be fine.
Did you ever see the fella Shoe Nice 22 used to be on YouTube, where he would just down back to back like 3-liter bottles of vodka? And
Really?
I think he went a bit mental after a while, but that's what he was doing daily for years.
All right, our next Stag Do or Stag Don't.
Yeah.
Guided historical walking tour followed by a silent disco.
Personally, as a man who's now 29, I love the sound of that.
Yeah.
But is it fun? It depends on the type of people you've got and what the museum is. I mean, I guess
It's more of a hen do, isn't it?
it's
Silent
probably
disco.
more of a Hindu thing, but I feel quite drawn to that. Maybe I'm not a real man.
Next one, I took this from my dad's friend. This is what happened on his Stag Do. Handcuff your mate to a pole outside Tesco and then leave him overnight.
Great. Fantastic. I mean, that's like classic 90s stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dress him in a nappy. That's the other thing that comes up consistently. People like to do that. I mean, I wouldn't love to do that to a friend, nor would I love that done to me, but it is funny.
Yeah,
It's funny to someone else.
It's funny
is what I would
hearing
say.
about it whenever it's not included in your group.
But
I sort of want to hang out with my mate.
Yeah.
Rather than just leaving. They left him overnight to freeze.
Do you reckon he was invited to the Stag Do just so they could lock him to the?
Well, he was the stag, so you'd hope he was invited.
So
Oh, he was.
tough.
What's the fuck's the point in that? I thought it was just some random
Yeah.
lad.
No, you do the stuff to the stag. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's a
taking him to the-
humiliation ritual.
But
Yeah,
taking
that's-
him on his own Stag Do and locking him for the whole night that's too far. Like,
It's a lot.
This next one's from my dad's other friend. Cover the stag in flour and honey, and then put 3 live octopuses on him and allow them to roam freely. And it was one on the torso, one on the face, and one on the groin.
I mean, just for creativity, that's got to be a Stag Do because that is a lot more interesting than the fucking lamppost, right?
that is true.
Yeah, it's not just like sort of torture.
Because octopus that's such a like. Who would even think that? I think that's great. That's
Where
very
can
funny.
you even source 3 live octopuses? Well, Big John could probably hook it up.
Regurgitate one.
I don't know if they'd be live.
He'd already have eaten.
Yeah, they'd be covered in a.
Yeah.
So you were saying
sour
about
sauce.
the flower and stuff back in Ireland, like people that get engaged in the lead up to their wedding, their family and friends will more or less break into their house, kidnap them, tie them to the back of a trailer,
Yeah.
and throw food at them for like an hour,
Yeah.
and cover them in flour, eggs, just throw whatever. Is that a thing over here?
There are versions of that. I mean, like, but not that specific. But is that not just like men being sad that they're going to spend less time with their mate and just being like, oh, let's spend
But they
time
do it
with
to
you.
the wife as well.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do it to
Dude, Ireland is crazy, man.
yeah.
What, you
Tie
guys?
them to the back of a trailer and just
You guys are just egging the bride.
throw Kit Kats at them and stuff.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, what a weird.
That still
country.
happens.
yeah. It's called a doing.
Oh, well, if there's a name for it, fine. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
You sound like, you know, when you go to other countries sometimes they do some shit that would be insane in a vacuum, but because they've been doing it for thousands of years,
It's okay.
like it's sort of okay. You presented it like that, but I don't really believe you because it can't be a traditional ritual if the Kit Kat is one of the main elements.
Nah. Kit Kat was thrown in. It's usually eggs, flowers, milk, anything that's remotely off.
Right.
We'll just throw it at them.
Really?
Empty the fridge, throw a bottle of red sauce over their head, all sorts of shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I wouldn't say we do that, but I mean,
Is that a Stag Do or a Stag Don't?
That's a Stag Don't.
that's a Stag Don't.
What if you're the one
100%,
throwing the
man.
stuff?
No, it's still a Stag Don't.
It's not creative enough. I think for me, the thing is, like, if a lot of thought has gone into the humiliation, then
have
it's
to
a Stag
plan.
Do.
You have to kidnap your friends. You
Yeah.
have to you have to organize someone to pull up with the trailer. There's a lot of thought into that. You have to have someone proficient
It's
with
just
tying a rope.
throwing stuff. I don't know. I don't think that's good enough.
It's a stag do
Don't
for
act
me.
like it's trying to like organize the Manhattan Project. There's only 3 steps. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I might
We're
have,
not building an H-bomb.
I might be giving it too much credit just because it's my culture, but
You're
yeah.
not Oppenheimer.
Yeah, sorry, mate. That's a stag don't. That's a big X.
Next one. Hire a stripper after telling the fiance you wouldn't do that.
I wouldn't do it, but again, it's one of the. I'm going to say stag don't, but it's funny other people doing it for sure.
It's sort of a like American Pie sort of stag do, isn't it?
But is it okay if it's a male stripper?
I think it's definitely more funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
It definitely
More
is.
okay if it's a male stripper or if it's a female midget stripper.
Oh.
I don't think midget overrides the female in
Yeah.
that. Like, I think it's just better to be safe and go with the man.
Yeah,
at least-
or a dominatrix, because then, the man's
Yeah.
oppressed.
That's true, but what if he likes that? And his wife would know if he likes that.
Yeah, that's
And also,
true.
yeah,
I've heard some insane stories about that on this tour, like asking people like the stuff that they did. And this one guy said that a stripper sat on his face and left the kind of Darth Vader triangle here, and the wedding was called off because she had like it was so badly infected that
pink
fucked
eye
up
and whatnot.
yeah, pretty mad.
That is brutal.
It seems impossible to me that the transfer of disease could be that rapid.
Well, I agree, but it's mad some of the things that people will admit.
So he came out. You're saying he came out looking like a fucking superhero with like a
Yeah,
sort of
genuinely, yeah.
triangle on his face.
That's what I was told.
Last
Yeah,
Airbender type shit.
yeah.
yeah.
It's mental.
Like like a sort of STI Bane kind of thing, like.
Right. I think that's the first ever mention of STI Bane.
Hopefully not the last.
Maybe
Hopefully
you
not
can
the last.
work it into your show.
yeah.
Okay, and the last one is faking a kidnapping of the groom.
I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, but you sort of did that already, right?
Yeah, but
I think it's quite funny. I think it depends. You have to know the person. If the person likes practical jokes, then it's fair game, I think. But it does depend on.
I kicked up a fit
Yeah,
once
do.
because someone hid one of my AirPods. So I would not.
It
like
wouldn't
to,
be for you.
I wouldn't like to be kidnapped.
It wouldn't be for you.
That's really annoying. That's like the fucking twat who stole my HDMI cable. You don't even notice it's gone until it's a massive problem.
my
Yeah.
fucking brother used to do that. If we ever got into a fight, he would go into my room, not steal them. He'd unplug everything. So I go and turn my TV on. I'm like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
And then I realize, like, he's got me again, the bastard.
yeah.
That's
Creative, but fucking.
that is
end up being
creative.
The wrong end of
But
it.
but would you mind if someone did something more extreme, but that was creative and obviously a joke? Would that bother you?
You wouldn't have that at all, would you?
No, my stag do's just gonna be one big stag don't. As in,
Nice,
I'm
nice.
probably not gonna have one. I just don't.
Your
Just-
threshold for people fucking about with you isn't very high.
Oh, it's so low, Josh.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm really bad sport.
No, but I'm the same. I'm very bad. I can't take it in good humour. So
But
I'm
it is
just
good to
like,
be
oh.
aware of that. A lot of people are awful sports, but they don't like to pretend that they are, which is a lot more
Yes.
frustrating.
I'm a terrible sport, and I'm a bad loser, and I'm a bad winner as well.
Really, really.
I get upset when I lose, even if it's a game of completely random chance I had no control over, and I really rub it in people's faces when I get a dub.
Yeah, nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So I'm really just unpleasant to be around in
Would
all
you-
aspects of the game.
Maybe the best one I've heard through doing the show for a while is people played football and they had electric shock collars on, and then the person, like someone on the side, would like shock
Interesting
them.
you bring that up. I think we're going to come back to something similar later.
Oh, lovely. Okay, good.
But for now, we'll move on to the news. And it's bad news, Josh, for salad eaters and salad tossers alike, as a vegan woman seeking to prove that vegans can accomplish anything has died whilst climbing Mount Everest. So Maria Stridham took on the challenge because she wanted to dispel the belief that vegans were weak or malnourished. So she wanted to do the 7 Summits challenge, and which is where you climb the highest peak on every continent. So like Everest and then Kilimanjaro and some other ones. So she wanted to prove that vegans can do anything and more, she said in an interview with the university where she worked. We've all heard stories of frostbite and having to turn around from excessive waiting times on Everest due to inexperienced people blocking routes. And she was aware of the risks of this. She said this can lead to life-threatening situations and death where Sherpas and other climbers have to risk their lives to attempt rescues. So she got up to Camp 4. I don't know how many camps there are, but it's up there somewhere.
Yeah, pretty high.
Up in the clouds. And then she kept going, but turned back because she was feeling unwell. She actually got back to the camp successfully, but then her condition deteriorated, and she died there due to lack of oxygen and altitude sickness.
It's a strange point to try and prove because you can't do it. You can't even eat fucking cheese. Do you know what I mean? You're trying to prove that she can do anything just because she's vegan.
Right.
Are you not? You're not a fan of veganism?
No, I don't care, but trying to prove that you can do whatever you want.
That's interesting for me. I thought you were going to hate on vegans, but I actually have no problem with vegans. I have a problem with fucking mountain climbers.
That's a Stag Don't.
Now you're climbing a mountain as a stag.
I think people who climb Everest are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
What? Why?
You see, if I'm going for a hike and there's a good chance that there'll be dead bodies
But I
just
feel like
stacked
that
up.
about people running marathons. I'm like, just go
Yeah.
for therapy. It would be so much quicker.
I don't think anyone who's level-headed runs marathons, right? It's for
Yes.
people with demons.
Yes, it's for people who cannot face the well of sadness inside of them and the need to feel good
Speaking
about
of
themselves.
Prodigy C is currently on his Stag Do. There'll be a lot of running done at that.
Oh, he'll be all over it.
He's like a running creator we'd be friendly with.
He'll
Really?
have
Yeah.
packed
Really?
his Addy Zero trainers.
It's probably sponsored by
Fuck's
Runner
sake.
Stag Do.
But there's no skill. There's no skill involved. It's just one fucking
A
foot
lot of
in front the other.
determination, to be fair. I can't run them.
Yeah,
myself, so
yeah,
it's okay
yeah.
me saying that,
Determination.
but it's still gimpy.
Yeah, I've
Sick.
a problem with.
Hate them.
I've got a problem with people climbing Everest. Like, you're not a Sherpa, bro.
What is a shirt? It sounds like a slur.
No, they're the like really learned people who like understand the mountain and they guide you around.
They're-
People.
They're the
Yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah, maybe a slightly more
Refined little
yeah,
person.
flattering term than that. But yes,
they're the indigenous Tibetan and Nepali people who live in that area. And to give you an idea of how much better they are at climbing mountains than white people, who are like 60-year-old Americans who want to prove a point. I watched a documentary where this guy, he served in the Gurkhas, in the special forces, and then in his time off he climbs the peaks, right?
right.
And he went on a massive night out in Kathmandu, and then he climbed K2 the next day with a hangover.
Really?
Just hanging out. He had a night out, and then he climbed K2 the next day, and he was just chilling. That's how much better they are and more adapted.
Yeah. See, if I have to leave my house with a hangover, that's a big problem. And
Oh, I can't send an email with a headache.
Yeah, it's just an endless sea of takeaways and wanks, isn't it? There's no way I could get up a mountain.
That's a sea I'd love to traverse.
I know fucking
Takeaways and wanks.
I'd be like Marco Polo if that was what being on the sea was like. But being on those who go sail across the Atlantic can get in the bin as well. Once you start having to chop the handle off your toothbrush to like do your hobby, just pack it in, please. Just calm down.
There are more refined ways to ask for attention, I think. But then we are all doing a podcast, so we are not
say fuck.
immune to
We're
that
providing
criticism.
a service. Some people actually enjoy this podcast. Nobody enjoys that.
Well, yeah, maybe that is true. Although, did you not feel? I actually did feel quite when Jamie Lang did it, when he was like running all the. I actually was surprised. I was annoyingly moved by that.
I think he just walked everything except the last 100. I really do. I think he just ran the bit that they filmed at the end where he's getting all emotional. That was the run. You saw all of it. The rest of it, you can easily walk a marathon in a day. I could.
Oh, yeah.
I could do a marathon a day for a whole year if I just walked it. It's easy. That's what Eddie Izzard did years ago. He did like 80 marathons in 80 days, but he just walked all of them.
Yeah.
He was the first person to do that, wasn't he? Well, maybe not.
What, run a marathon?
Well, no, but like do all the 80 days, 80
Yeah.
marathons. And now
On a
everyone
record,
fucking
anyway.
does it on Instagram. Anyone with an Instagram account will do it, and they'll be like, "Oh, it's so amazing." You're like,
It's like that guy who did the Africa thing. It took him ages.
Hardest geezer.
time.
Yeah, he walked that.
But
Trust me.
what? But what do you do after that as well? It's like, oh, I've done Africa. It's like, what is next for you?
Yeah, a 5k park run doesn't hit the same.
Yeah, because he did.
The Hackney half after doing that.
What a fall off! I think he did a lap of Clapham Common with Rishi Sunak.
Did it
Right?
amazing.
Yeah,
What a fall from grace that
That is
is.
mental.
I know. One day you're fighting Boko Haram in like rural Nigeria, 40-degree heat, and the next, I wonder what was worse?
That I would say Rishi Sunak.
What would you rather
Rishi
do?
Sunak.
Lap of the park with Rishi Sunak or, the length of Nigeria?
Nigeria all day long.
Do you reckon? I'd probably pick lap of the park with Sunak. We'd bond over some posh thing.
It'd be over.
Yeah.
Did you see that it wasn't just her that fucking succumbed to the cold? Her Dutch friend Eric Arnold died as well. It was his 5th attempt of doing Everest. He failed every other time, died in the 5th. You can't have sympathy for someone like that.
No.
5 times failed. Like, fucking just give it a rest.
You're asking for it.
Yeah.
What are you seeking? What are you gonna?
What did he do different? Did he just have an extra fucking Weetabix that morning? Like,
I
there's
don't
nothing-
under, like. You're just not. You're gonna
He had
get
the
to
protein
the top.
Weetabix.
He had the powders. It didn't fucking work.
Yeah. Surely at that stage you just say, right, this isn't for me.
I don't trust that either. How the fuck do you get protein into a Weetabix? It's by definition, it is made of only wheat, right? Right.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean,
We'll pour some oat milk out for the both of them.
Oh yeah! Wow, that is a great joke.
rest in peace.
The worst part is she can't be taken home yet. So in order for her body to be airlifted out, you can't airlift out of Camp 4. That's just a tent on the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
You can't land a chopper or even like have it hovering and chuck it in like a Call of Duty cutscene. A Sherpa has got to carry her back to base camp and then she can be lifted out. So some poor sod
Yeah.
from the local area has to carry a dead body down. Not only does he have to descend Everest, but he has to carry someone's corpse the whole way.
Need to be getting paid time and a half for that shit.
Yeah, that's overtime pay for sure.
Do you think they get paid very much? Probably not. Probably very
Well,
little.
If they didn't do the job, you wouldn't be able to fucking move an inch in Everest with all
They
the
need
bodies.
to. They need.
But I don't know if they're responding to that kind of. They'd be like, well, if it wasn't us, you wouldn't be able to do it.
They need to
Pay me more.
unionize those guys, don't they? They need to get together and say we demand fair wages for carrying corpses down Everest.
Yeah.
That's actually the worst job of all time.
Because you have to
yeah.
climb
You've
Everest
still got to
every
climb
time.
Everest.
It's like double climbing Everest doing that.
Like being a mortician is already bad
Yeah.
without being an extreme mountaineer as well. Yeah.
Can you imagine they were called up and just seeing some fucking fat cunt that made it halfway? Do you reckon that's when they just push them into a wee crevice?
But surely people who are really big don't. There's got to be some sort of minimum. They'll be like, we would really advise.
I reckon
you don't
it's
do
an
this.
extremely effective weight loss program.
Yeah, 100%.
There's definitely some 22
They go-
stone yank that was just like, oh yeah, we'll climb Everest. Not
They-
the one that's
They go up looking like Shaq and they come back looking like Snoop Dogg. A completely new build.
completely warped.
Before and after, yeah. Yeah, so there we go. Our prayers go out to the Sherpa, really. He's got the worst job out of that. Obviously prayers to the family as well, but I think you probably should have told her to not do that.
Yeah.
There we go. On to our next segment now. Next story. We return with the long-loved, much heralded, award-winning segment about everybody's favourite extremists. It's Talibanter. A plumber from Texas is suing a Ford dealership for more than $1 million in damages, to his reputation after a pickup truck that he once owned, which is now being used by Islamic militants in Syria, complete, as we've got the picture here, with his own decals and phone number. So they bought his truck.
Amazing.
And they kept the stickers on it. So it's still got his actual phone number and company on the side of his truck. And it said, once this picture got out, this was taken by a journalist.
Right.
By the end of the day, his name is called Mark 1 Plumbing. Mark 1's office, business phone, and personal cell had received over 1,000 phone calls from the nation. People like hating on him for supplying ISIS with.
So not people in the local area being like, I really want plumbing done.
Yeah, how does he know that
Could you
he's...
fix my
do you
bog?
do out
Yeah.
calls? Yeah, like.
I love thinking about the mundane admin of terrorism because in order for any group to function effectively, like the Taliban still have to do emails, guys.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
their suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
They don't. Do they do social media? I don't.
Yes.
Do they really?
so over the course of doing this segment, we've discovered a lot of things about extremists which we didn't know. They've got Twitter accounts and they tweet out status updates.
That's
What
we've
do they
won, like, fucking
tweet?
3 Talibaftas. back to back to back.
I'd love to win one of those one day.
Yeah.
But what is it? Just like one of them just like sat at a laptop being like planning big things.
You know what I'd like to see?
They're doing a charity mud run or something.
You know what I'd like to see? The Moscas, where. Sorry, no, sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant the the music awards, the Grammys, because music is illegal in Afghanistan.
Oh, is it really?
That's one of the things they tweeted out they banned. So every time they ban something, we cover it on the show. So
Right,
it's about
right.
Music, Itaram,
Yeah.
musical instruments, playing chess. Windows got banned.
Right.
Not
Like,
doors,
like-
like panes of glass, just windows.
So new buildings in Afghanistan don't have windows.
Right.
Aren't built with
For
windows.
what reason? It makes you less...
because you could look out and see a woman,
I see.
Yeah.
which is
I
haram.
see.
They didn't want to risk that.
Yeah.
What
I
if
feel
there's
like
a woman inside the house?
Yeah.
Well, then
there's a lot
to
of
them,
problems.
that's
Yeah.
a woman.
Sorry, there's a lot of obviously there's a lot of logical
I
problems
think
with
if
this
they
ruling.
really wanted to stop the men sort of going out there and sort of harassing women in the street, they should have got rid of the doors first. But
Yes, arguably that is a much more important.
uh,
Yes.
but yeah, I'd love to. The Taliban Grammys would be great because it's just like the finest Afghan silence. It's like everything. It's just silence. It's always silence. John Cage would do an unreal. He'd clean sweep.
Have they banned jokes? Would you have like a host? Or maybe they
Gervais
wouldn't.
would be all up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see that. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Who do you think would host it?
Chris Rock. I don't know.
There's definitely someone who'd do it, like some like grifter US comedian would be like, yeah, I'll do it, man.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, maybe Joe Rogan do it.
Nah, Rogan wouldn't do it. It'd be Andrew Schultz, I think, someone like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, back to this specific story. For some reason, Toyota pickups seem to be, I don't know how they collected this data, that Toyota pickups are the preferred vehicle of militants in the Middle East everywhere.
Really?
And I think I know why. Do you remember? I've just concocted this theory. Do you remember the Top Gear Middle East special?
Yes.
Where they thought no one was going to recognize them, but they went through Syria and that celebrities. Those guys have watched the Toyota Hilux been driven up a volcano, been dropped off a tower block, and it still works. They drove it into a tree and it still works, and they've seen that and they go, "That's a very reliable car for this harsh desert environment. We need to invest in Toyotas."
And
That's a great theory, to be fair. It has legs.
Is that the official position based on their Twitter output?
It's the official position of this podcast.
Okay. No, but is that the official position of the Taliban that like we support Toyota?
It seems to be true.
Okay.
Yeah, if you look at their following,
A sort of non-brand deal. Obviously, they're not going to agree to the brand deal.
Yeah.
what happens if they don't get that and they'd still need something? Is there any chance of them ending up mounting a turret on like an ice cream van or something?
Fiat 500.
Fiat 500. You'd really get two
Such
of
a
them.
non-threatening car, like out the back of a Mini.
Just no.
The double doors of one of those Minis. You're just like,
I think the stupidest car that a Taliban member could have is one of those Mercedes with the gull wing doors.
Yeah.
Like you can't open one of those without just immediately getting sniped from across
That's
the map.
true. Yeah.
Like, that is the least good cover of anywhere. Anyway, but they do like other vehicles. This guy's truck was a Ford F-250.
okay.
But there is a reporter did say Toyota is the truck that jihadists use when they want to go to war. So this car is old. He originally traded it in 2012. So it's taken a few years to filter into the Middle East. And the mystery is they're not really sure how it got there.
Well, I was going to ask that because presumably he sold it to a dealership and then that guy sold it. Like, what happened?
Well, so he took it in to trade it in for a new van, and
Yeah.
when he was in the dealership, he was actually ripping the decals off himself. And the salesman said, "No, don't do that. You'll damage the paintwork. We'll do that. Don't worry about that. We've got it covered." But they just didn't.
Don't damage the paintwork. The Taliban are going to want this. Trust me.
Bullet holes in the side of it. We're like,
That'll
no,
be
not
an
the paint.
extra 100. Amazing.
Yeah, so they never did. The theory is that it got shipped first to Turkey, but nobody really knows. The details are very murky. Bad part about it for this plumber is he had to shut down his business and leave town because the level of harassment was simply
Really?
unbearable.
Wow.
He's just a lazy prick. He would have had no shortage of work to go to.
I
if he
mean,
just
but you
answered the phone.
can't plan for that.
Yeah.
You can't plan for the Taliban.
Well,
taking
how many
your
of the
car.
phone calls were genuine customers? He could have
Oh,
been
that's
making
true.
thousands.
It must be quite hard to get 1,000 people saying you're a piece of shit every day.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
that
if
must
there's
be
10
quite
that need a toilet
difficult.
fixed.
Living the Bevo experience.
Yeah. they not have Auto Trader?
Have people turned on Bevo? What, since the like?
Has anyone ever been on his side?
Yeah, I don't think they were. Really...
I just know him as the one chew swallow guy. That's all I know.
Oh, he's been on a real career arc.
Really?
Since then, yeah. Like once I saw his penis, he became a porn star.
Oh, really?
He's actually got a video with Bonnie Blue, and us watching that is one of the most watched clips in the history of this podcast.
Really? What's it like?
It's visceral.
Is
bigger than you'd think.
Oh, okay. So I didn't actually mean specifically his penis. I meant the film in general. How long is it?
Really,
it's more of a short film.
Generous, really generous to call it a film.
Yeah,
it's
a real
poor direction with it.
It's filmed from his perspective, very zoomed in.
Okay,
very
okay.
Yeah.
It's an art film. It's it asks questions of the viewer.
And do you know his famous catchphrase?
No, what is that?
It's what is it? I'm going to teach you the rules or something.
Yeah.
So he says that.
He says that to Bonnie Blue.
After he spaffs in Bonnie Blue's mouth, he said, "I've taught you the rules."
But I actually really respect that. Somebody who has a catchphrase and really just lives by it. I think that's fantastic.
Have you got a catchphrase?
I don't. I wish I did.
One, yeah.
I wish I did. I've had characters who have catchphrases, but never myself.
What's your favourite character catchphrase?
Well, it was like my sort of posh Tory character was like probably like classic. So after he came, we were like, classic. That would be it.
Yeah.
Like, what's
Can you have a one-word catchphrase?
Well, Alan Partridge has like, aha, that's his catchphrase, I guess.
I guess so. I mean, it's sort of really good thing to hang something on. That's good. And I just want to end on this little note here. The most American solution to this problem that the plumber has found. He now carries a gun for protection.
Fantastic.
From the Taliban? I don't know. Actually, no, he's on the Taliban's. So he's supplied them.
But yeah, he must be in a world of like, he must be hating himself because he doesn't want to be part of that, surely.
Well, we don't know. Nobody's asked him.
Well, that's true.
No.
What is it?
Right, on to our final news story now. It comes with a massive warning for Francis Bourgeois. If you're watching Francis, trains are really boring, but also.
So unnecessary.
Poor Francis Bourgeois.
But also dangerous. A coroner has raised concerns about lighting on railway tracks after a man has been run over by a train that was specifically sent to look for him. So last year, Robert English died after being electrocuted when the power supply to a section of track between two London Underground stations was switched on. So the 32-year-old had been walking down the railway in the dark after two police officers had followed him into Colindale station, thinking he was acting suspiciously or he might have been unwell. They attempted to contain him, but he made an escape, which means he jumped off the platform and straight onto the line, which, it's not Alcatraz. It's not The Great Escape. It's not Alexander McQueen. No.
Yes.
Alexander McQueen's a fashion designer. The other,
Steve McQueen. Steve McQueen. Yeah.
He's not.
It's not Alexander McQueen either, to be fair.
No, it isn't. It would be weird if he was, considering he's been dead for a number of years. But the station manager, in an act of rationality, which is so rarely seen from an official in any sort of position, turned the power supply of the line off so he wouldn't be electrocuted.
Smart man.
Nice.
So far, we're on board with this. And then officers saw him scale up a part of the fencing, like sort of prime Alex Honnold going up El Capitan with no ropes, but then lost visual contact with him. And apparently members of the public gave the impression that he had left the track and was in a local park. So what they decided to do is just to confirm that he was on the line, they sent a search train down the line. Which search train, not a thing.
Just a regular murdery train, isn't it? That's fuck it. Why?
So that's the first ever search.
You didn't mention it, but the station it happened at was called Burnt Oak.
Yeah, that's bad. Yeah,
which is poetic but also horrible.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And it just ran him. So he was on the track the whole time.
In order to run the train, they have to turn the power supply back on.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It then instantly electrocuted him, and then he was run over by the train. So it was a double whammy, really.
How could the conductor have been so rational to turn it off and then? do something.
There's a lot of problems with
yeah.
this.
That's
Yeah.
that's a fair description. I think. Yeah. Yes.
It doesn't happen when they try and find other people. You know, when hikers go missing and stuff, they don't send like a search bear after him.
It's true.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just not really a thing.
But were they trying to kill him with the train? Do you not? Because it's
It does seem a
'cause
bit,
you'd
yeah.
who's gonna? No one's gonna survive.
So he was electrocuted to death, was it?
and then ran over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have he somehow managed to
I think
sponge
that's the way round you want it.
But even if he somehow
Do you
managed
think?
to sponge
Do
the
you think?
electrocution,
Would you rather die
Trian
by
just flattens him.
electrocution?
I think if you get hit by the train and then electrocuted, you have the fear of watching the train come straight towards you.
Yeah, I definitely would have smelled the burnt oak after they scraped him off the tracks.
Yeah.
Is that a? Do you have a favourite way to die? So it's a bit morbid, but do you have a favourite? Is there a way
Yeah.
you'd like to go?
I'd like to skydive into a volcano.
Really? Yeah, that's quite kind of
That's
majestic.
pretty
I think I do a banzai skydive. You know about this?
No, what is that?
It's a Japanese extreme sports. I think we might have covered it on this podcast once, actually, where you throw the parachute out first and you have to catch it on the way down.
Amazing.
That sounds class.
And if
Amazing.
you miss it, you're never getting it back. So yeah,
Fucking. That
Maybe
is
like to
so.
drive a motorbike up like a really, really high ramp and just see what happens.
I definitely do
Really?
heroin just before I die as well, just to see.
Yeah,
what it's
that's a
like.
good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'd probably have heroin and then just asphyxiated. Probably.
Whilst
It's quite
wanking.
euphoric.
It's fucking
Huh?
cheerful.
Whilst wanking.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But then again, you don't want your family to find you cock in hand with a scarf around your neck.
You'd have to have a pact with someone to clothe you.
Cock.
Yeah.
I'd like to die a hero. Maybe I'll be setting the land speed record in like quite an unsafe vehicle, and then like it just explodes into smithereens. But I die a legend.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's quite it. But you'd never be around to see the legendary status, right? So
Yeah, but
you might as well die. A woman asphyxiating you. It seems much more fun.
At least you get something out of it there and then.
Exactly.
horses for courses.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're all entitled to our own proclivities.
Or I'm weird death.
Little baby Rupert will be able to see that legend live on, though.
Who's little baby
I'm
Rupert?
assuming one of your firstborns. Are you not carrying on your family tradition of...
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we do have a tradition in my family of naming everybody alliteratively.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Is because I was wondering this. Is Rice is not a stage name? It is your actual
No,
name.
I get asked this a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. It is my actual
It's your actual
name.
name.
But sometimes I get G-checked, like in real life, where people force me to get my ID out to prove
Really?
that it's me. And when I still had a learner's driver's license, that was a bit embarrassing.
What? Sorry, to prove that that's your name, or to prove that they're like you look a bit like Rufus
No,
Rice.
to
but
prove
you
that
Rufus
that's
Rice?
my name.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. They knew it was me
Yeah.
because I had the same voice, face, and name as the guy. But sometimes people do ask. I'm not sure if people ever approach you and ask you if you are who you are.
The people will say, "Are you the guy off TikTok?" And I'm like, "That is incredibly non-specific. I can't.
But yes,
I can't
I-
say. But yes,
I-
I'm the only one. Yeah. Yes, that's what I get sometimes.
I had someone say I look like a Timu Shane Gillis in last week's episode, which I don't see at all.
I
It
don't
still
see
hurt.
that. I
Still
don't
hurt.
think. Also, Shane Gillis is the Timu Shane Gillis. I
Yeah,
mean, you can't.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I said, absolutely. Who was this? Ray Charles? who said this? You look.
Someone in the comments, I don't see it.
You're
at
so
all.
much hairier than Shane
Yeah.
Gillis.
Maybe
In a good
maybe
way, by the
if
way. I don't mean
shaved myself everywhere.
No, you don't look.
Maybe
like
if
him.
you started to look like him, yeah, you would look like him. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a
Maybe
chance
if
there.
maybe if you changed everything about your entire appearance,
Yeah,
they would
yeah.
have a point.
Yeah.
Do you get anyone asking you who you look like or telling you who you look like?
Yeah, like a fat Jack Draper. Some people have said tennis player, which is
That's pretty rough because you're not fat.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
fatter than him. I
I
guess.
suppose being fatter than a professional athlete. Is
Yeah,
hard.
I think it's
I
complicated.
actually have no lookalikes.
Do you not really?
I've
You
never
know
had-
one.
There's been a few of them in the comments.
I've never seen one that I've looked at that and thought actually I do look a bit like him.
Who have you had?
Lance Stroll,
Lance Stroll.
the Formula One.
Oh,
He's you haven't heard of him because he's one of the ones who's not a heartthrob. he's like no one's
Yeah,
favorite.
there's no TikTok.
Have
edits
you
on
have
Lance
you ever
Stroll.
had it where someone's like, "Oh, you look really like my mate"? I've had that at shows, and this guy, you know, when
Yeah, and then
someone's like, "Oh,
people-
you look like it," and
They show you a
it's
photo of
so
their ugliest friend.
yeah,
mate.
and you're like, "I don't look like that."
It's always these motherfuckers with like eagle eyes and fucking buck teeth, and I'm like, oh, for
Yeah.
fuck's sake. Anyway, let's move on to the sports.
Nice
segment now.
sports, good.
And I said earlier that we'd be coming back to something that you brought up. I think we need to move aside because the future of sport is upon us. Josh, have you ever heard of Ultimate Taser Ball?
I can imagine what it is, but I haven't heard of it.
Well, it was once conceptualized. You know when people come up with sports and they think they've hit the jackpot?
Yeah.
So this was invented by paintballers at a paintballing conference. But it was then banned after just 2 matches played. It was then banned. So only 2 matches have ever been played in history. And we're going to have a quick look at a clip now if you want to grab your headphones.
Thank you.
Here we go. For the listener, we're just seeing people collapse to the ground after getting tasered.
Look at this prick.
Hang on, he's got the ball. He can't taser anyone.
I think it's up to the teammates to protect the fella with the ball.
It's being filmed, sort of like edited like a horror film as well.
It is. Think handball with tasers.
I don't think the ball needs to be that big, to be honest.
Yeah.
This would be the worst game to be skins on, wouldn't it? You'd really want to be shirts.
I think risk of cardiac arrest aside, it looks a good crack.
How likely do you think that is? Is it high? Like
I don't know what sort of voltage they're working with.
that guy.
Through it,
Well, I
guess.
have all the data here now that we've seen the action. I've got the rule set.
Nice. Hit me with the stats.
So 2 teams compete to get. As you can see, the ball. Firstly, the ball is way too big.
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
we all saw that.
We
It's
can all agree.
24-inch diameter.
Right.
So it's like a beach ball.
Yeah.
200 by 85 foot field. So everyone on each team are equipped with stun guns and are allowed to use the stun gun. You can. Important rule. You can only use the stun gun on the person with the ball. You can't. It's not American football. You can't just go around blocking everyone. You have to. Only the guy with the ball is allowed to be tasered.
Oh, hence the mental guy going like that with the thing.
My
Have the
plan
ball.
would have been to stand beside the goal and wait for my teammate to get ready for a shot and just fucking stick the taser in the goalie's neck. But not possible, allegedly.
That sounds like something you do on a stag do.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you? What kind of? Are you a paintball? Have you paintballed?
Never paintballed. I've laser tagged recently, and that
Oh
was
no, that
fucking thrilling.
doesn't fucking count because
Child's play.
you get the sense of how you would play this game if you know what kind of paintballer you are.
Yeah.
I am a
Laser
massive
tag is to
pussy.
sports what Lego is to construction. Like it's
Yeah,
just not the same.
But paintballing is like a sort of,
I,
imitation.
I've been
war.
paintballing. I think it's shit. I don't want to. I don't like sports where you have to crawl around in the field.
Yeah, but you're the
Yes.
type of person that would complain whenever someone shoots you.
Yeah. What am I going to do?
Yeah, you're obviously not happy about
thrilled.
it. But you'd be like, oh, what the fuck, guys? It's fucking combat sport.
Mate, you know, I actually got a full. If this had happened on a battlefield, this would have been against the Geneva Convention. What this guy did to me, right? By the way, my friend's dad. This is the same guy who got handcuffed outside the Tesco, right?
Fuck, we need to get this guy on the podcast.
So the rules of paintball, as I understand it, are like you don't have to be shot to get out because if you go around a corner and someone's just holding you at gunpoint and you go hands up, like then you're out.
Yeah,
you don't have to be shot, right? This guy, right? I surrender and just fucking me out. He just lit me up. That is torturing a hostage. That is if that had happened on the battlefield, that's literally a war crime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it was
Respect it.
my mate's dad. Who's never been anywhere near the army, by the way.
Where did he get you? Like chest?
No. I turned around to walk off, and he just drilled me
In the back?
Yeah,
that's
nice.
even worse.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
I like his style, though, at the same time.
yeah. So there we go. So the stun guns used in this game emit 3 to 5 milliamps, which is sufficient. They've thought about this quite carefully. That's enough to cause a localized muscle spasm. So you drop the ball, I think,
Okay.
but not enough to do permanent damage to any of the vital organs.
But at the same time, like, I don't know whether this adds up, but I feel like I'd be able to stomach a taser gun better than you. So do you up the wattage?
I can
for bigger
believe
lads?
that. I can believe the tattoos.
Not
oh,
even
you
that,
mean
just
just
sheer
like from a
mass.
volume perspective?
Yeah,
You have insulation.
yeah, a lot of it.
Yeah.
So do you up the watts, or like if you've got some fucking 6 stone soaking wet twink running around, you could probably take him out with 1 watt.
I don't think many soaking wet twinks are playing this, to be honest. I think that's a huge...
I didn't mean they're actually wet.
I think that's a huge if. To be honest.
Oh
You know what
my
I think
God.
would be unbelievable, sort of taking inspiration from this? If Premier League, Champions League football didn't implement this exactly, but one player on the pitch that nobody knows who on each team has a stun gun.
I
They
think
can use it once again.
yeah, and you get the whole crowd going, use the taser. Use
Yeah.
the like you need a that would be great. Last minute corner and just quickly get the goalie down on the ground.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I always think they need more quirks. Football isn't quirky enough. That's why I like cricket. And I'll explain this to you in a really patronising way.
Please do.
But in cricket, new situations come up all the time that have never happened in the history of cricket.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Because the game works in weird ways. Like football, you've seen everything that's ever going to happen in football before. Every type of goal has been scored. Every type of foul has been committed. Literally every play has happened before.
Uh-huh.
In cricket, you get situations where you have like the captain of the England cricket team arguing with the umpires about whether it's going to rain or not, in the hope that he can squeeze out a draw. Right?
Yeah.
You don't get that kind of thing in football. Cricket is quirky, but football needs more.
Quirks.
It needs more.
Yeah, it
quirks.
needs more excitement. And violence and electrocution could be that quirk.
Even like say 90th minute, it's a 0-0 draw and nothing's happening, and the two captains meet in the centre circle and have a fucking tase off. That's going viral. Like I want to see that. Maybe the manager has it, and he has like a 30-second window where he can run onto the pitch and tase someone, but he has to catch them first.
It feels like you guys would really enjoy the Gladiator era. That's maybe
Fucking
something that
right,
you're
yeah.
hoping for?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
like a
you'd
kind of-
be sitting in the stands
Or
watching
like-
people like me.
The TV show with Wolf in it, or like
No,
the
it's
Roman
in the
Empire.
Roman Empire, like,
Yeah.
people killing each other.
It's funny. I actually made a TikTok about this yesterday about how people who say they were born in the wrong generation are really, really dumb.
Yeah, oh yeah, I saw that, it's funny.
I was talking about how it would be really shit to be a Roman
Not if you're the Emperor. Oh, until you get stabbed.
You would be the emperor though, or you'd be a part of the emperor.
You'd be in the ruling class. You'd be one of
I'd
the
be
people.
I'd be a senator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Maybe be like a doorman for the senator.
Fuck you. That's actually the most insulted I've ever been on this show. That's such a. You think of me as a lowly doorman.
Well, at least
You're
you're
the
not...
doorman.
No, I'd be in the fucking arena getting fed to the wolves.
I'd love to.
You'd be checking IDs.
I'd love to. I'd love to give you a thumbs down. Release the tiger.
I love a bit of class pulling rank. That's fantastic stuff.
It's one of the central things. That's why this show works. Is I make fun of him for being poor and fat, and he makes fun of me for being posh and gay. And we're both totally okay with it. That's how it works. So they played this sport. They played one tournament in California, which how they got it as a tournament out the gate is incredible.
How many rounds? That must be like what? Like
I don't think
How many
it's. I don't
fixtures?
think it's sort of a World Cup. I think it's probably like
okay.
4 teams.
Yeah.
Quick semis and a final. And then they played an exhibition match in Bangkok for some reason.
Yeah.
And then the authorities stepped in and said, "We don't think this is a good."
Well, even in Bangkok, they stepped. I feel like they're pretty.
Well,
a lot goes in Bangkok, doesn't it? Notoriously.
I don't know which authorities it is, but they haven't played a game since 2012. So this is really up to date news for you. Yeah.
That's a real shit. Because I mean, what was that Jackass thing where they had the Hall of Tasers? You remember that?
Yeah.
And they had to run through the thing.
Yeah, and they're dangling from the
Yeah,
sky.
yeah. I mean, that was fun.
They were
wasn't
fine,
it?
yeah. Only
they
a
were
couple of
fucking
them died.
people
It was
What's
unrelated.
really
woke
interesting?
culture, isn't it?
What's really interesting about Jackass, I think, is you know how most programs jump the shark. They have to continuously one-up themselves. But Jackass, they started with Johnny Knoxville shooting himself in the chest.
Yeah.
So, like, how can you jump the shark if that's episode 1?
Yeah.
Well, the shit in the Portaloo that got catapulted into the
Jackass 3.
sky, that
don't
was
know.
pretty.
Yeah, I mean, it's disgusting, but I don't know. I think I'd rather not shoot myself.
Really?
In the most recent one, they had Francis Ngannou punch one of them in the ball bag, which isn't great.
I think for me it's just the shit because the shit ones then they all start vomiting and then
Oh,
everyone
yeah, they're
vomits
hilarious.
and
Yeah.
but no I couldn't do that. I would much rather do the like violent stuff.
I'd rather get punched in the balls than be in the
Yeah.
what do they call it, the porta potty or something? The name of the skit.
Yeah, the
something like that.
bungee Portaloo.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I actually think I don't think Jackass is very funny. Maybe that's
disagree
a hot
entirely.
take, but I actually don't like.
Really?
I just don't think it's funny. Maybe that's a hot take.
I just love the fact that like they are no one else. I mean, because they're on so much drugs, right? And that's the only way you would do it. No one else would do that.
I love Jackass. Obviously, back in the day, it was better than it is now. They've sort of had to bring in some new blood because they're all like fucking 50.
Yeah, and like Bam Margera like killed his whole family or whatever he did.
Yeah, he's not a good way.
Well, something.
Well, he's not a good way. He didn't kill his family. But he's
Didn't kill his fucking
He's
family.
not
Can't
in
just
it.
accuse him of that casually.
Something.
Are you
happened.
thinking of Chris Benoit?
No, he's a wrestler.
Yeah, but he killed his whole family. No one in Jackass.
Yeah, but
killed
other
their
people can do it. It's not just Chris Benoit who's.
Yeah, but no one in the
his own
fucking
family.
Jackass cast killed their family.
Okay.
Ryan Dunn was killed in a car crash.
I got it. Fine, whatever. Something happened to him. Is my point.
Right.
drugs. A lot of drugs.
But I honestly
His was
think
more colliding with a tree than the drugs.
the
Oh,
funniest.
was it?
Yeah.
The funniest thing I've ever seen in Jackass is the mildest prank of all time, which is when they do the air horn golf.
Oh, that is brilliant.
Oh yeah.
Which just shows
Unreal.
stuff like that is funnier than stapling your balls to something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it just is.
Or the-
I don't know. I'm quite a big fan of stapling your ball. I think that will always be funny. Maybe I'm more puerile than you.
Maybe. Anyway, we'll move on to the games round now. And Josh, we're going to put you under the cosh here.
Okay.
You're an impressionist.
Yeah.
So we've got basically in this glass we've got people.
Yeah.
And in this glass we've got situation. So I'm going to just pick two random ones.
Okay.
And I want you to do your impression of that situation.
Yeah.
If you're into improv like that.
Yeah, sure. No, that's fine. As long as it's someone I can do.
Felt like we checked.
You haven't picked
we
like
crossed-
Colonel Gaddafi or something.
No. Just it's all Chairman Mao.
Oh yeah.
Every time it's just Chairman Mao. No, we did cross-reference these
Okay,
with your,
fine, fine.
work.
My repertoire.
When I asked you if you were into improv, it felt like you know when you start getting to know someone and they ask you if you like role play. It
Yes.
felt quite intimate there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, here we go. Ready?
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Right. First one. We've got Boris Johnson,
Yeah.
but he's really angry at the lack of male representation on the panel of the Women's Euros.
Okay.
I didn't. Who wrote this?
We wrote 5 each.
Oh, I didn't realise you wrote.
Surely there's a better prompt than that.
There's a lot of good
That prompt.
prompts.
Sorry, that's the kind of thing he probably would say, wouldn't he? Just be like, this
But
is
it
terrible.
wasn't
Where are the men? That's that.
We didn't know it would have been Boris, though.
Give us another
That's
one.
a shit prompt.
Yeah. Give us another.
See some of your prompts. I had to fucking act some of them.
My prompts are class. Those are actual situations. No one would. Okay.
Other than just say, there should be more men. I mean, that's all we
thank you,
have.
Josh.
Good, done.
Okay, Boris Johnson, but he's disappointed because the item he bought on Antics Roadshow is worth less than he thought.
When you buy an antique dildo, you expect you expect it to when you've paid the £500 for it, you expect it to cost to be worth a lot more than in fact it was. I'm furious. Actually.
Boris Johnson suffering from Alzheimer's there.
What's his insight? Have you seen that video of him where he's like,
Great bunch of supine protoplasmic invertebrate jellies.
Yeah, that's one of the
wonderful.
Aidan, what does that mean?
Wonderful.
Great question. We'll leave that up to the viewer's interpretation.
David Mitchell, but he realises he's just accidentally sent a dick pic to his dad.
That's a great one.
Actually, that's 2-0.
I don't know what one you threw out, but I have some quality in there.
Oh, fuck. What the fuck have I done? Jesus Christ. That was your job. You were supposed to send it to my fucking girlfriend, not my dad. Jesus Christ.
Next one, James Acaster.
Yeah.
But this is such Aidan Rafferty upbringing. This just shows this is a window into his world.
Okay, let's see.
James Acaster, but his dad just called him gay for using seasoning on his food. What are these prompts?
What do you mean, man? I'm not gay. I was just Cuban. Fair play. There's nothing wrong with using a bit of Cuban, man.
That's brilliant. That's a great impression. Right, here we go. Trump.
Okay, Trump in a while. Here we go. Let's bring him out.
But he's curious about getting pegged and is trying to test the waters with the missus.
Fucking 2-all.
Is that yours?
Yeah.
That's a good
Back
one.
to back.
That's very good.
You know, I've been thinking about trying it. I think it could be so great. A lot of people, they're doing it online. It's so tremendous. And you don't even have to look at it. You don't have to look at it. I will choose it online. You can just strap it on and have a great time. Believe me. We can do it in the Oval Office, which is also what I call my asshole.
He probably does.
He probably does.
Melania, come and spend some time in my Oval Office. So great.
Jimmy Carr.
Oh, Jimmy Carr, okay.
But he just accidentally touches his mate's hand while walking alongside him and he feels the rush. We've all been there.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Oh, maybe a bit weird, but should we sort of fuck now? Should we? Sorry, that was Louis Theroux. That was Louis. So I just touched your hand, and I sort of feel a bit aroused by that. Should we have sex right now? Would that be a bit weird?
Wouldn't it?
Would it? Is that the sort of thing that I would do? I don't know if I'd do that.
Louis Theroux is probably going to be the next one.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Let's go straight into some more Louis.
Nope, it's Gordon Ramsay.
Okay, nice.
But the vending machine item he bought just got stuck in between the glass and the spokes.
Wow, fuck me. Jesus Christ. What are you doing? This is bullshit, okay? Wow. Fucking move it! Jesus, I paid £3 for that. This is not good. No.
Louis Theroux, and this
Yeah.
is the last one. Here we go. Louis Theroux, but he just realised his bread has mould on it whilst trying to make a toasty.
You know, I don't really think this is the sort of thing that I would eat, is it? do you know, maybe someone might want to do that? I don't know if I do that. Could I watch someone eating that? Could I sort of watch them do it? Would that be a bit weird if I was to do that with that? Yeah.
What were you having on your toasty, Louis?
I don't really know. Sort of. Should I have cheese? Would that be all right to do that? I don't know if I do that.
Now do a quick voiceover of this situation. The Louis voiceover.
I wasn't sure whether to have cheese or not on my toasty, but I was certain that if I ate it, I might become very quickly unwell. I sensed it was time to get out of here, but not before a long pause.
Fantastic. Great
Yeah.
job. Well done, Josh. We really put you on the spot there. You flourish under the circumstances. Yeah, those.
Trump getting pegged is great. That's a great idea.
I actually think your Gordon is a sleeper hit. That was a
Thank
fantastic
you.
accent. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah.
It's
The Trump was great for one you said you haven't pulled out in a while as well.
A lot of people are getting pegged now. A lot of people are doing it. It's crazy. Everyone loves it. I love it. I think it's so great. Believe
Big
me.
dildos. Sorry.
I'd put my own fingers in there. They're very small fingers, very tiny fingers. It's
Dainty
fine.
fingers.
Doesn't even hurt, you know.
I can't really do any accents.
Yeah.
That was quite a
You
good
can
try.
do lots of them, you're just not
good.
allowed to do any of them.
The only one I can really do convincingly is like sort of Michael Holding.
I don't know. What does he sound like?
Michael Holding's a Jamaican cricketer.
Okay.
Hang on. I've got to really get into my.
Do you have a word that helps you get in? Some people have a word.
Show one more. I have a character. I'm not sure if you're aware of this character, but I used to have a character called Throb Marley.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll just put on my Rasta hat for the
Okay,
listeners.
nice.
I just whacked it on. This is how I get in the mood.
Yep.
Shag one boy, Throb Marley. Gonna play a bit of magic in the wizard's sleeve tonight. Abracadabra. It's not very good, is the problem.
I would say it fits within caricature, but I've never seen a white person convincingly do a Jamaican accent. To be fair, so I respect your bravery.
I used to be really sound, but I've been out of practice. But I will just throw in a quick one sentence to see if I can sort of redeem it.
Yeah.
She be playing pan me skin flute, not too hot though. Shaniqua say wagwan to me trouser snake. What do you think? It's sort of like a really shit kids play, isn't it? They sort of pretend that it's actually okay, but it's really sort of mortifying. It would.
But I've never seen a white person do it. So you're kind of the best and the worst of. Well, that's not true. There's that guy who does all the rapping, doesn't it? You know the.
M.R.
Yeah.
Yeah,
true.
but he's actually from Jamaica.
Yeah, he's a
Is he?
rock
No,
star.
he's from Kent.
Yeah, but he just loves the culture, right? He doesn't.
I
Actually...
love the culture. What's that reggae sauce? I love that shit.
Yeah, you're a big fan of BBLs too. Well,
Are
more
those
natural
Jamaican?
BBLs.
Are those Jamaican?
It literally
they're-
says Brazilian in the name.
Yeah, but they're natural BBLs is what I meant.
That's
Got all that in the trunk.
That's-
without
you
having to-
can't have a natural.
No one
BBL.
can be upset when it's that factually inaccurate. No one can be upset with what you said. To be honest, can they? I mean, it's just like it's so kind of culturally insensitive.
It's
It's,
also
fine.
it's physically impossible to have a natural butt lift. That's just it's a surgical procedure.
That's a
you know those
in the-
classic Jamaican
in the
Brazilian
fat ass
butt lifts,
world.
everyone. Fucking hell, mate. Amazing.
Right, so now we're moving on to our final segment. This is Questionable, our audience interaction segment, and we've asked you a quizzical query this week, and these are your best responses. This week we asked you, what's the weirdest thing you've seen someone do in public? Here we go. I saw Velma giving Superman a blowjob on the walk home from a night out on Halloween after DJing a shift.
That's a great crossover episode. That.
Yeah.
Sorry, the guy was DJing. How's that relevant?
He was a DJ at Halloween night, as I understand. it.
Okay.
Yeah,
With you. But Superman, yeah, nice.
But
Nice.
Velma giving Superman a blowjob is just a lovely image, I
It's a
think.
lovely crossing of worlds, isn't it?
This says a lot about a person. Were you lads Velma or Daphne boys?
Staffers, straight away.
Probably more of a Velma.
I'm a
Well,
Velma.
I would say Velma, but maybe in practice, Daphne. And that
Big
kind
on
of
Velma
guy.
myself.
I just don't get it. I understand it's a dividing line, you know, you fall one side or the other. But,
Yeah.
you know,
Why not both?
Velma's just a nerd, mate. Daphne's a boss bitch, like, I have to say it.
Would Daphne peg you though? Velma would maybe
Yeah, but
peg you.
that's not what I'm asking
That's the
for.
only
Yeah.
option with Velma.
You said that with such unbridled confidence.
Yeah, it seems like she'd be more. You wouldn't be asking him to get pegged. She'd be telling you you're getting pegged.
Yeah, I can see that. I
Interesting.
can see that.
Next one. I once saw a homeless man busking with a Guitar Hero guitar in Liverpool.
That's fucking class.
Hitting the power bar. I can through
Just
the
no
through the
music
fire and
coming
the
out,
flames on expert
amazing.
difficulty.
Yeah.
Why did they fucking stop making Guitar Hero? Because it was unbelievable for years.
What did it go up to?
It very much still. Those games still exist.
Yeah, but they don't have a Guitar Hero for the latest consoles.
Oh no!
When did it
Make
stop?
them, they're fucking class.
Society's gone down the toilet.
PS4 was the last one, I think.
So what, like Guitar Hero 8? Or like what was it?
It was called Guitar Hero Live. It was probably like 2015 was the last one.
Okay.
Didn't realize you were such an academic in
The
the
only
world.
reason I know that is because I bought it in like a charity shop like 3 years ago.
Right.
Just wanted to relive the glory days of my old band.
I saw someone like you can use it as a controller, and people like they beat Elden Ring using the guitar.
Yeah.
You've got you've got to have no life to do that.
Just to complete Elden Ring at all.
Yeah, just to complete the game takes
It's a
like
long
hundreds
fucking-
of hours,
yeah.
right? Imagine trying to complete it with a
On
guitar.
a guitar.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's just a wrong tool for the job. Right, next one. I saw someone change their baby's diaper on a table in an airport lounge. The bathrooms were merely 20 meters away.
Yeah, that smacks
In the lounge.
that
as well.
smacks of a parent being like, "Fuck you, I've got to deal with it. You've all got to deal with it as well." That's how that feels to me.
I saw a homeless man shitting standing up in the street the other day in Fleet Street, and he had his hand sort of down behind his ass.
Well,
If
was
he
he?
was going to catch it? I don't know. But
Was
he
he just gonna pluck it out? Why?
the trousers were around his ankles, and I was 10 feet away, and the most unholy smell hit me like a fucking smelly fist. I didn't know what was going on. Came around the corner and just saw this man.
It's a fabulous metaphor.
Yeah, it's awful.
Hit me like a smelly face.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
ridiculous. Like, but I don't know what was he going to do if he did catch it. Do you know what I mean?
Put it in a bin.
Just shit in the bin then, or at least something a bit more fucking.
You can't. You can only shit in those bins, which are they're all open at the side. You can't get the purchase.
Yeah.
You can't do the trigonometry. So
You definitely can't.
no, I certainly.
What if there's a rat as well that like comes up and
I think there's
That's
pretty
much.
high chance of a rat anyway.
yeah.
It's hanging around this bloke probably.
Yeah.
Right, next one. Genuinely, one time while meandering about within the humble city of Bath, I saw this local chap literally stuff a pigeon into his mouth. Now, that's not weird in itself. I
I beg to differ.
disagree. But the bloke was full head to toe cowboy clobber, complete with the hat upon his noggin. I give it at least a 7 out of 10 weird.
I give this man, I presume it's a man, a 7 out of 10. How is the pigeon not weird and the cowboy outfit?
That's the deal breaker for him. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it was Halloween. Maybe he was dressed up as Woody or something. Maybe this was Halloween. Same night, probably.
Oh, you know what it might have been? I got dragged along to fucking Beyonce at Tottenham Stadium because my girlfriend got tickets. There were so many people in cowboy outfits.
Dragged along.
It was the worst 3 hours of my life, Rufus.
Really?
Didn't even play
Why?
hits. You know
What
all
was
their
she-
like
what was she
best
playing?
songs from back in the day?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like Paris.
She mashed them all up into like 1 3 minute. I don't know what that is.
No, me
Like
neither.
1 3
actually.
3 minute fucking song, and then played just. Fair enough, it was a tour for a new album, but her new album's horseshit. A lot of cowboy outfits, but I didn't see any pigeons being it. It could have coincided with that though.
Oh, you think this happened while you were at the Beyonce concert? That's
I
why
reckon
didn't
it could
see
have happened
Do
during.
you think there was a...
She done like 6 nights, and
I don't know if there's a link, I've got to be honest, between cowboy apparel and pigeon eating. I think
well,
it's just
if we were
deranged
going to
people.
see any cowboy outfits in London, it would have been that night. Is what I'm trying to say.
This one says, turns out he's the local pigeon whisperer and quite famous
Ah.
in Bath, which really generous use of the word famous.
Did you ever encounter him as a
No,
student?
that's how fucking famous he is.
But he was. Did you say he was eating the pigeon? He had it in his mouth.
Yes, he ate the pigeon.
A live pigeon?
No, I think it was a dead.
Oh, it had passed away, okay. Well, that's kind of better, at least.
Unless he
Use
killed
all the
us.
animal, you know.
Yeah.
He probably made a bone broth out
Yeah.
of the skeleton. You know what these people are like.
It would have ended up in one of them Boss Man chicken shops anyway.
Yeah. Next one.
Like-
I watched a woman pour a bag of Doritos onto a couch in a food court and eat the Doritos off the couch. She was licking her fingers and everything. Which this is interesting because in no way does this facilitate the consumption of Doritos. It doesn't. If anything, it makes it harder to eat if you disperse them on a couch.
Yes.
They're already in a convenient vessel.
Yeah.
What do you think is going on in someone's head that they do? What are they trying to do with that?
I have no idea.
This
Trying
is
to
the
pick
this
it
is the
for
one
sure.
I found the hardest to explain. when we
Yeah.
did it.
Yes.
Could you ever get like your phone stuck down the side of a sofa or something and you're like fucking trying to get it out? Who has that experience and thinks I'm going to pour a bag of Doritos on here?
I don't think that's what was happening.
I think it's more she's just like, I'm so relaxed in public. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to eat
Just
these
eat them out of the bag.
Doritos.
It's like those people who eat peanuts off their own stomach. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's naughty. Next one. I was in Hamburg, Germany, which, you know, is a cesspit already. It's actually really nice. But you know, it is in. No,
Is it nicer than Munich? Munich is...
Hanover's the one you've really got to avoid.
Okay.
They don't tell you this, but I haven't been there. But Hanover's the like the Birmingham of Germany.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay.
So just avoid there. You should be good. I saw some bloke snort a line in broad daylight, then take a swig from what could only be described as a bottle of piss, and then run into the road, and then he got hit by a taxi. So 3 things there, which are kind of weird. I like the phrase. It could only be described as a possible. It couldn't possibly be a different drink. It must be piss.
Yeah.
I'm sure of it. Yeah.
And did he live?
It doesn't say. so-
Okay.
A cliffhanger for next week.
Yeah. We'll get back to you on that. Next one, I saw a woman filing her bare feet down on a stagecoach gold bus. She left the shavings on the seat in a pile.
What,
Like she was getting
One
the
of
dead
those-
skin off, I guess.
It's fucking disgusting.
Get the pumice out, mate. Let's do some exfoliation.
That is so unhinged. In London, presumably.
I was on a bus, so it's probably between destinations.
I once
Whenever I was at uni, there was a girl that was like at our flat, and the next morning she was putting her shoes on, and she took her socks off to put on like a pair of sandals or something. She put the socks on the kitchen table that she'd been wearing on, and I was like, "Get them fucking socks! That's where we eat, like, dirty bitch." Sort of similar.
how
to that.
diplomatically phrased.
Most of your stories about uni end with the phrase "dirty bitch." I mean, it's like a lot of your stories do, and it's usually it's not, you know, it's just everyone is a dirty bitch, man or woman.
Oh yeah, it's not gender specific.
Yeah, it's not gender
No,
specific.
that's
They all
good.
turn out to be
Yeah.
dirty bitches in the end. Don't go to uni in Dublin, I guess. Belfast. Sorry. Yeah.
Belfast,
Whatever. And the last one, the last bullet point of the show. During COVID, I saw a woman use a Greg's bag as a mask. That's nice because it comes with like a scented candle.
Yeah.
This is a mask with a flavour.
Yeah,
Sounds like an
beautiful.
STI Bane cosplay.
What a lovely callback that is.
Yeah. You
That
appreciate
is-
the callback. You're a callback guy.
I don't know who
That's
Bane is.
disgusting.
I went with it the first time around.
Oh,
Bane
you
from
really?
Batman, the fucking.
You know, it's like,
I don't.
oh, you were.
That's not really.
I was born in the dark.
Yeah, there you go. That was it.
That's the best accent of this.
yeah. That was the best one of the
Yeah,
hour. The best one of the hour.
So if you're that woman, I hope you're doing well. Appreciate your ingenuity, and you're a pioneer. So there we go. That is the end of the show this week. Josh, thanks so much for coming on. It's been a classic episode, and I'm
Thanks.
sure our listeners will very much enjoy this one. If there's anything you want to say to the people, you can sort of stare down the lens and sort of give them.
I feel like I've said everything I need to say.
Perfect
Stuff.
So we'll see you again next week. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, favorite, rate 5 stars on all platforms, and then pledge 10% of your income to this podcast. We operate like the Church of the Latter-day Saints. If you didn't know, we go door to door to get people to listen.
You want people a tithe of people's income, yeah.
That's what we do on the other days. We get up at sort of 8 in the morning and we knock on people. They come out and they're really hungover and say, "Do you want to listen to our show?"
Who's doing that? Who's the front?
Me,
Because you look a bit cleaner. No offense.
I
You
own
do
a
look a
suit.
bit cleaner,
I own a
yeah.
suit.
I just drive around in the van and collect the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll see you probably. We'll probably turn up on your front doorstep at some point. Back to you in your house.